Hello, it's Alan here, and I'm here to demonstrate and explain the code of another Android application, which is an SMS app. We're basically going to allow the user to enter his name, date of birth, and his phone number. And on his birthday, he's going to get an SMS greeting from our app. So let's see the app. I've mirrored my phone. I'll just do it again. Yeah, here it is. So we're opening our app. Our app has two buttons. One which says whose birthday is it, and another which says register today. So let's just check if the registration is working fine. Date of birth 12 7 1990. Just give a random phone number and register. It says registering, please wait, and it's registered. So let's see if Will got registered in our database. Checking this our database. This is our list of users, and yeah, so Will is right here, as you can see, and it's registered. Now let's register a new user. Let's say alright, let's make a user's birthday yesterday. So today's date is 14th October 1985, I guess, and his phone number. Alright, now let's register Brightser to our database. It's registered. Let's check it once. And when we click whose birthday it is, it says it's Brightser's birthday. Click to send him a wish. So we'll click on send wish, and it's going to open our default SMS app. It says happy birthday Brightser, have a wonderful year ahead. Click send, and it's going to go to alright. Last SMS charge is 1 rupee, and yeah, so this is our app. Basically going to send messages to people on birthdays. So that's about it. Okay, so that was our app, and now let me explain the code of this. Here, this is our main activity. It has got two buttons, as you all saw, and we've got, when we click this button, register today, it's going to take us to our register page. And here we're registering the name. We're taking three edit texts: a name, date of birth, and phone number. And there's this register button here, and our whose birthday page has one scroll view behind, and there's a text view which gets the string from the database and it displays here. And when we click send wish, it's going to take us to our default SMS app, and we got a database handler where I've written the code to handle our database. So let me explain the code from the beginning. In our main activity, it's very simple, and I just got two buttons here. It's got register today and whose register today. This button, when we click this button, it's going to take us to one activity, which is the register activity, and whose button is going to take us to whose birthday it is activity. Alright, so basically our main activity does this. In our register page, I've got three edit texts. I've got three edit text, one button, and yeah, that's about it. Here, for all these edit text, I'm just writing a function which checks if the string entered is a null string or not. So if it is a null string, on the click of a button, we're going to display a set error message that says field required. So unless the user fills that field, we're not going to register that data into the database. So it's a small check here. I'm taking a parameter called edit text, and here it's going to convert that edit text to a string, and it's going to check if the string is equal to a null string, or if an empty string, or it's a null. If it is so, we're going to set error on that edit text, on that text field, edit text, and I'm going to set a flag false. So unless the flag is going to be true, the rest of our code is not going to get executed. Else if it's not so, I'm just going to return true. So the flag is going to be true and it's going to execute. And yeah, on our onCreate method, yeah, on the click of the register button, it's going to take in the input from the 3 text fields, and it's going to check for the null string. If it is I'm taking the null string in a edit text array, and then I'm putting that to a flag array. So if all the flags are true, it's going to continue to the rest of our code. Else it's going to just wait and make sure the strings are, the edit text fields are filled. Here in string C, I'm taking the date of birth. Alright, that is from one of the edit text fields, and here I'm splitting that field based on the /. Okay, I'll tell you why I'm doing that. So, for example, today's date is 13/10/2016. If a person is born on 13/10/1995, what I'm doing is I'm splitting his birthday based on this delimiter. So I'm passing that, and I'm putting that into a string array, and I'm taking only the first 2 elements of that string array. So here the first 2 elements after splitting using this delimiter is going to be 13 and 10. So this is all I need to check the date and now send an SMS. So because I need these 2 things, I'm splitting the string, and I'm taking the date and the month alone. And these 3 things I'm passing to a database. I'll tell you what's going to happen in the database later. And yeah, once that is passed, the database is going to store that data, and yeah, that's all is going to happen in our register class. Yeah, so after that, let's go to whosebirthday.java. So whosebirthday.java class is gonna has a string called all. So what I have done is from the database, I'm retrieving all the registered members data, and I'm passing it into this string, which I'm setting into that set text. To that text view. I'm passing it here, this text view. Alright, this is all the data of all the members who registered. Okay, so here using the calendar is a Java class. Cal is equal to calendar.get instance, and using the cal object, I'm getting the date and the month. Like I told you here, I just want the date and the month to send the birthday greeting. Alright, and I'm storing that in a string. I'm just joining date and month, so that's going to match our database date and month. Alright, so yeah, so if this current date matches our database's date, which I'll show you the function in the database, if both of that match, I'm retrieving the current date, the dates of the registered people in the database, and I'm checking that with the current date. So if both of that match, I am going to say that it is this person's birthday, the name which I retrieved from the database, and we're going to click to send him a wish. Okay, so when the person clicks to send that person a wish, we're opening the SMS content. So for this, we are starting an SMS intent. So SMS intent is equal to new intent and intent.action view. After this, we're using this SMS intent object to set data, saying URI.pass SMS2, and then we're setting the type SMS intent.set type. We're setting that to SMS or MMS. We're setting it to SMS, and after that we're putting SMS.put extra, and the address we're gonna send the phone number of that person. So when I click the button, I'm gonna get the person's phone number and his name right here, his name from the database, his phone number from the database, and here I'm passing his phone number, and in the body I'm sending a happy birthday message and that person's name, say have a wonderful year ahead. Okay, in the try I'm starting that SMS activity. I'm passing that SMS intent here, and yeah, if the message goes, it's going to say finish sending SMS. Else, if there's a problem, it's going to say SMS failed, so try again. Alright, and if nobody has a birthday that day, what is going to happen is it's going to say nobody has a birthday today. Okay, now in our database handler class, so our database handler basically extends SQLite Open Helper, and we got a constructor here. Alright, which I'll tell you about later. And here we've got two methods to override: on create and on upgrade. So in on create, we are creating the table using this query create table name, and we're sending the number of columns. And here on upgrade, if there's an upgrade, we're going to drop the table if it exists, and we're going to call on create. Alright, so here it is, string add. So what I'm doing here in register is, once I click that button, on click, yeah, when I click register dot on click, it's gonna come and verify if all strings are full, and it's gonna do dbh dot add. This dbh is that database classes instance I created here, database handler dbh, and here for the constructor part of it, I initialized here db handler is a new db handler, dbh is equal to new db handler. This are our application context, and birthday is the name of the database. Null is what is null? The factory version, I guess. I'm not sure. Yes, null is the factory, and not using anything special, so it's just null. And version is version 1, so that is here. And so using this dbh object, I am calling this add method. It takes in 4 parameters, 1 2 3 4, and I'm passing all those 4 parameters here. So what our add is going to do is, it's going to create SQLite database instance, this .get writable database. We're going to get the database in writable form, and we're creating content values. We're preparing this content values, and using this content value object, we're putting in each column the data. So in name, we're putting this first thing, first parameter, first argument, then in date of birth the second, and similarly all this. I'm just passing all the parameters, and we're preparing the content values, and finally we're inserting into the database using insert, the table name, null, and the content values. Database of close. So this is the first thing, just to add the data. Next is to view all. Remember I showed you in our whose birthday, this text view, it's going to be filled with all the registered users data. That is coming from here, view all, this method. So what this method is going to do, it's going to select star from birthday, select every data from our table, and it's going to return in the form of a string, and this string goes to whose birthday it is, and it's going to display to the user all the registered users data. Next is string match. If the person's birthday matches with the current date, we're going to send a toast saying it's this person's birthday. You can click to send him a wish. So this is string match. What I'm doing here is, I'm getting the database in readable format, and here using the cursor cu is equal to db.raw query. I'm writing a query which says select all from birthday, where d minus, this d minus is just a subset of the given birthday. It's just the birthday, just the birth date and the month without the year. That's why I said it's a subset of the birth date, complete birth date. So I'm just taking that subset, which is the date and the month, and if that matches with any of the dates in the database, it's gonna return a true. And the person's name, or the person who has the birthday, his name and his mobile number, it's going to return, and that is going to be collected by that is collected here. His name, his number is collected here, and that we're sending to the SMS intent. So this is how our SMS application works, and thank you for watching the video.